Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the StarCraft 2 World Championship Series. I'm Nathanius, joined by Coltarin, and we have a final match for Group C. That the winner's match, the loser match, took a long time.
It did.
Winner's match, they tried to catch us back up.
Yeah, getting us back on schedule, which is appreciated. You know, gives us a lot of uptime, keeps us in the action, keeps us on our toes. Always fun. And now we get a rematch of that first match, ShoWTimE versus Namshar, with a ShoWTimE heated up here. You know, played a lot better at towards the end of that last series. You know, as Katz was saying, if he played like that the entire series, might have been in that winner's match himself. Because you know, I feel like that first series definitely highlighted with some great play from Namshar, but also a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes from ShoWTimE. Right? Definitely not what a lot of us were expecting heading into this series. I think from him. So I'm excited to see how he's going to be cleaning it up, as Cyberforce will be the first map.
He's got to keep his oracles alive.
Very important.
That's the big difference. When I think about ShoWTimE and I think about HearthStone today, the success and the failure for HearthStone, he had his oracles up. In the first series, ShoWTimE did not. So let's see what he can do as we are loaded into game number 1 of the final match of Group C for WCS Challenger Europe. He is our red Zerg player in the Northwest. He is Namshar.
Facing off against this guy down on the bottom right-hand side, the blue Protoss. He's ShoWTimE.
Now, both of these players, in the way that everything happened today, did spare everybody from a mirror matchup in a group with 2 Protoss and 2 Zergs. So,
and for that, we cannot thank them enough.
We cannot thank them enough. Not only did HearthStone eliminate the Weebs, he eliminated the mirror matchups. Because HearthStone is he's the big winner today. So I'm gonna give him even more love, even though he's not playing anymore, because he finished first place in this group.
He's earned it.
He's earned it, exactly.
Yeah. You know, he saved my tattoo from just imploding, because it can't handle when a Protoss wins and loses at the same time.
That's true. That's true. Protoss wins and loses 100% of every PvP.
Yeah, seriously, it's broken. They lose every time, and win every time.
No, it's just
absurd.
It's not fair. Of course, I do believe the fun thing, I guess one of the interesting things, if you're hoping for some Terrans, it's tough out there for a foreigner in Europe, Terran.
Yeah.
But we've got plenty in NA.
We sure do.
There'll be more. There'll be some Terran games coming up. That's going to be after this match. We'll be going into a quick little break, and then we'll have WCS America Group C for Cheeseburger, because we'll be doing America.
Yeah, nice and greasy.
Yeah.
Delicious. You a fan of eggs on your burger, like a fried egg? Ever had it?
No. You ever have peanut butter on an egg on a burger?
No.
There you go.
Is that the move?
That's a move.
Wow.
It's not bad
I've never heard of that.
It's actually very good. It's one of those things that you just, until you try it and believe, you'll never understand.
Is it like similar to how our toast always talks about corn on pizza? Like similar to that?
No, that's an abomination.
Okay.
Although you talking about corn on pizza, I guess, brings us back to talking about Europe again, at least. Every time I forget, peanuts and peanut butter aren't. They don't exist in Europe.
Yeah, what do they call it? What is it? Is it?
No, it's just not popular. It's not a huge thing. It's like marshmallow fluff. Like if you talk about it on Europe, nobody knows what it is.
Huh.
Sometimes it's in an American section of a grocery store there, but otherwise that's all.
That's bizarre. What do they? So do they just not eat peanut butter and jelly? Do they just have like Vegemite and dust?
No.
Like what do they eat?
They do other stuff. I couldn't hope to understand. They have actual good bread in most of it, so they could actually have a baguette with something.
Yeah, have nice sandwiches.
He's gonna speedling flood him, by the way. He
sure is. There's a lot of Zerglings on the way. Yeah.
We should mention this in case anybody's only listening and not watching.
And these Zerglings are about to get directly on this pylon and could very well just end this game.
This could be a bop.
Yeah, this is
Well, what is it that Tasteless says when this happens in GSL? He's like, bop it.
Oh yeah, no, that's very bad.
So this becomes 2 adepts and a whole lot of probes against Lings.
Speed securing the wall is nice. You know, will force the reinforcement Zerglings to have to break through that again. Zerglings trying to find this round on the adept.
He whiffed a few times. He really needs to kill this adept now. Okay, it's a good grab. A lot of these Zerglings are weak, so wants to hold them back. He wants to break open this wall. I feel like there should have been more Lings here already by now, but this is really good. If he could kill one of these units in the back, or at least add DPS from the other side of the gateway. Yeah. I would have liked to see these Lings go for the full surround on the gate.
Yeah, like if he was able, like I feel like even just trading out those Zerglings on the inside to block the placement of those pylons on the left-hand side might have been enough to open that up and let these Zerglings in.
Yeah.
Because now this is looking pretty hell from ShoWTime.
Yeah, is Namshar the bad guy from Halo? Because all I'm seeing right now is the Flood.
Indeed. It appears that way. The Hive Mind himself gonna get forced back here as ShoWTime poising himself to finish this fight.
I see ShoWTime also watches Rotterdam stream. Great wall. Dark Shrine coming up as a follow-up, though. I mean, yeah, for all intents and purposes, he's held this. I didn't think he could. I didn't think he would.
Yeah, it's something that differentiates this push from the a similar thing we saw from TLO yesterday. TLO did a phenomenal job of blocking the building placements, being aware of the tendency to want to re-secure that wall. ShoWTime also having more units available. Those 2 Adepts, very nice to help him finish that off, and now forces the Overlord back, and it's in a nice spot. Very nicely held here as he earns himself a 6-worker lead to get this game started.
Ooh,
that's dangerous.
No!
Oh my goodness!
He has to go for the wall again, but his units are not on the inside. I don't think he could get a recall off. This could kill him.
This is very, very bad indeed.
All he has is a prism, and now he's going to warp in more depths, but his wall gets chunked crazy hard in the meantime, and that cybernetic score very exposed. Okay, Sentry.
He can force field it.
Sentry could deny some surface area. Ooh, that probe. That one probe blocking. No, not going to be enough. Gets through, kills the core. And now I think he could work on that gate. The first DT is going to get warped in. But that's showing so much. Does he realize that a DT just got warped in here? Because if he has to use a DT to defend, he starts to spore.
Oh man, these StarTempo need to get straight across the map.
3 spores coming in. He knows.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for ShoWTime here. Having to use that to defend. The new Cybercore is now gone.
Is the spore in each mineral line? That's what we've got, right? Okay.
Yes.
So it's 3 DTs, right? I think he just warped in number 4.
Yes.
So theoretically, if he could get the jump on a spore, he could kill it. The lair isn't ready yet. So
and if he can kill the spore, he's 100% able to outdam. He can kill the hatchery before an Overseer is even able to morph in. It's just a matter of finding that window. So far, a great response from Namshar, keeping those Zerglings in position. The Queen's able to force this back, and
well done.
Yeah, now just gonna have to force this into an Archon drop, which is still nice. Still potent, but. Not
considering the way this game started, you would hope to have been able to actually do something with the DT tech that you got after being Ling flooded.
Yeah, definitely wanting more than this, as now it's kind of not entirely wasted investment. Obviously, the Archon drop can bring value, but having to spend minerals and gas instead of just gas just doesn't quite feel as nice. As these Zerglings coming in. Gets a Sentry, gets a Sentry energy as well.
And he has an Overseer as well, so the DT does not equal a free defense, but the Archon drop, there's not too many roaches defending against this, so he's able to get a bit of work done.
Yeah, trading out against these health bars, getting himself some nice little moves, buying himself time for this 3rd base to get up and running, as we'll be working in the Dark Templar with it as well. Gonna leave it there. Okay, this is very cute.
Leaving him in present for later. I think the idea now is you bait the Queens and the Roaches over to the natural or the 3rd, and then send the DT in and just right-click on drones. Because he still really wants to get drone damage done.
Yep, does appear to be the plan. There it goes, up in that mineral line. Looking for a few Roaches waiting for it, though.
That's it.
Just dos. No mas. Caught a Dark Templar.
It's not a big DT there.
Yeah, not a beefy boy. He did the bare minimum. Got his pension and retired. Back in the the same retirement home where all the dogs that run away from home go.
Don't you dare go there.
Archon's trying to stay alive, so good job.
He's happy on a farm somewhere, okay?
That's what Mom said. I believe her. Why would she lie?
Why would she?
Where's Fido, Mom?
The Sentry Tickle Beams are going to push the Overseer away. Charge coming in, Immortals. Very standard stuff. He doesn't see anything weird here either. This is very similar to what Namshar has been doing the entirety of the day.
And been playing it pretty well. Very, very comfortable in this style with his +1 missile attack almost finishing up as well. These Roaches going to be packing a very nice punch. Storm still long ways away, and with 10 more Roaches getting added on here, it's going to be quite a powerful force from Namshar, potentially going to be able to pressure this 3rd base.
Archons are so awesome because they do their bonus damage versus Zerg buildings as well, since the buildings are all biological. The damage output is ridiculous.
Shredding through things.
Bzz.
And
Bzz.
doing their best here to tase this Overseer out of existence. Won't have too much success, though. All right, now with centrifugal hooks getting added on here, and more drones. Namshar, comfortable with the army he has, moving across just a bit. Going to be securing a little bit farther ahead of his base, but rethinking it. Just moving around here. The Namshar, no reason to really push out right now. Securing better tech for himself, securing that +1 melee. Is going to miss the window. Oh, that's a nice contaminate.
You never really see it, but yeah, well, it's good.
Yeah. I think I've seen it twice today, which is 200% more times than... Or I guess it wouldn't be 200 times, because 2 times 0 is still 0. But yeah, nice to see it. Hardly ever see it from Zergs. All right.
Did you know, back in the day when you were in elementary school, you may have been in preschool, infested Terrans could be dropped from Overseers?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was in the beta.
That was like in the 1980s?
Yep. Yep.
Very cool.
Back when Dr. Disrespect and I were going to high school together.
21 Banelings getting morphed in here in the middle of the map as Namshar moving up the ramp. High Templar, a lot of Storm available here. Great job by ShoWTimE warping those in early, getting that energy built up. Opening up here on the bottom side.
That's a lot of Ravagers. He's got quite the army here. This is scary.
This is really formidable, and those Banelings on the flank as well could be so sick.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see that. Run the Banelings in the side.
Oh, the Warp Prism sees them. That's huge.
That's good.
Yeah, very nice spot. Zealot run by as well. Very nice here for ShoWTimE. Buying himself some space, buying himself some time, as well as maintaining full awareness of this force of Namshar here in the center. And Zealot's still getting so much value here. Very nice. And forces Namshar all the way back.
He's got
Beautifully
Storm.
done.
He's got Storm, too. That's worth keeping in mind. He's got quite a few High Templars, so... Few key storms could be absolutely devastating, especially against the Banelings.
Oh, this choke is so bad. The force field. Oh, catches quite a few of them here. Biles trying to come across, trying to connect, and he's catching so much. The storms.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Barely cost Sentry energy to hold that position down forever. And then the Bane flank. Boop.
Boop indeed. Bopped, twisted, and passed. That's ShoWTimE. Marches towards the right-hand side here. Greater Spire on the way for Namshar. So ShoWTimE could be running into some trouble in terms of dealing with those Broodlords if they're even able to get on the map before ShoWTimE has his way with this hatchery.
It's a scary army, because if it gets around you and you don't land the perfect force fields, it will just kill you instantly. Like if it gets on top of you, you are dead.
And we've seen that be a problem for ShoWTimE. Then in these clutch moments, the force fields have been just slightly off, and it can cost them so dearly here as the fight is moving forward. Those Immortals coming out a ton of damage, and the Biles doing a good job of zoning.
Sentries
Great
are
Storm.
low on energy, so it's becoming more about the storms now too.
Yeah, really important to maintain the energy here. Has, the Namshar trying to bait these out as early as possible. Of course, ShoWTimE wanting to hold on to these as well. Is now trying to push forward, gaining more ground, and we'll be able to take out this hatchery, forcing Namshar back. Very nicely done.
Yeah, this was really nice. Namshar tried very hard there, but with 5 Immortals anchoring, what, 4 or 5 High Templar that have full energy, it's quite a hard army to perish.
Yeah, and with the Broodlords getting morphed in on the way, I'm not sure if Namshar wants to be fighting here. Biles going down, catches an Archon, which is nice. Just buying himself time right now is the name of the game. 3 Broodlords getting morphed in. I believe over there by the natural base. Not sure exactly where they're at.
There is Blink, so the number of Stalkers that's been added, 3 Broodlords will probably not be enough to save this.
Yeah, gonna need a lot more, especially with these storms continuing to shred these roaches. Biles connecting here onto a few of these Stalkers. Big Blink, but not actually getting underneath them there.
He doesn't have high ground vision to kill those, to shoot the Broodlords, so that ends up working really nicely in his favor. He just needs the Broodlords to be shootable. There we go.
There we go. Catches one, looking for more. Now finally, actually doesn't quite have the high ground vision anymore. Yep, there we go. Very Blink. Straight up here, the storm's directly on top of all of these Ravagers, and GG, ShoWTimE.
Well done. Very well done by ShoWTimE, and holding on in a very high-pressure situation when you're dealing with a Zerg that's Ling flooding you. It's terrifying.
Yeah, great crisis management there from him.
Especially since the first 8 Lings caught him off guard, and they just immediately got around his pylon.
Yeah, exactly. So important for him to have that he had those Adepts back at home. If those had been out of the map, that game might just end right there,
100%.
like 100%. If it's and it's such a bad feeling to get caught by that. Yeah, really impressive stuff there in that game from ShoWTimE. Yeah, I'm really impressed. So, do you think that is, having seen that now with a different style than that 3 Oracle play, playing it a little differently with the Dark Templar at the start there, you think now, having mixed it up, going from what we've been seeing be the recipe for success of these Protosses, you think is there any doubt in your mind? Is there room for Namshar to come back in this?
I think there's room for sure. I still think the Stargate play is great, but given the fact that ShoWTimE's had such a hard time controlling it, that is why I'm like, okay, look, if you have 2 choices. A, you can magically become better at controlling your oracles. Maybe he's just not feeling it today with the oracles.
Yeah.
Or you could do something else and just kind of stick to that, and it can still be a macro-oriented play, like a DT Archon drop. But yeah, if you're gonna go oracles, you gotta retain them. Hearthstone has made me see the light.
Yeah.
Oracle retainment just generates so much value out of the early worker kills, but the potential for the stasis ward, which he was able to get right during the big fights, and then he brought his oracles back to help kill ravagers and queens. So
yeah, it's
ShoWTimE doesn't think he can do that. Then yeah, skip oracles all day, every day.
Yeah, absolutely, and he did a great job there, skipping them in that game. As Kairos Junction will be the next map up here for this best of 3. As a reminder, these guys fighting for the last spot out of Group C for
Chipotle.
Chipotle. Yeah, as these are some kind of spicy games.
Indeed, they are.
Is Chipotle that spicy? Chipotle is not that spicy.
No,
not at all.
No, it's really not.
No, it's like, I mean, I guess in Texas we would. Never mind.
It exists.
Yeah,
it exists. It exists for people that can't find better food nearby, basically. That's my official medical opinion.
Medical opinion, yes.
Yeah, as a doctor on food. That's what happens when you're born an American. The worse the food is, the more of an expert you are. So we loaded into game number 2. Back on Kairos Junction originally, and the first time that these 2 players fought today. This was the map where he tried to do the Resonating Glaive Adept shenanigans.
Yeah.
They failed miserably, by the way. So let's see if we can change things this time around.
Yeah, getting a second lease on life on this map here in this series.
Do it. Okay, fine. Imagine if he had thrown out a bunch of cannons.
Oh man, I would be a very happy camper.
Yeah, me
but
too.
Not going to be the case here. Going to get another standard PVZ. Which can be exciting so far.
Yeah.
Been some fun games.
He's got the hatch on the way. The probe's gonna come in here. There's no pool yet. Okay, so he's the gasket taken.
Yeah, just a couple supply later. Oh, that's really annoying.
Wow,
nice.
I'd be salty.
That's a tilter.
Bro, I'm just trying to build my pool. Come on.
See, and that's the moment where you put the spray. That's where that spray game comes into play.
Yes.
Right then.
Dude, that exact moment is when the probe drops the spray.
Like, imagine blocking that for so long, and then the Heroes of the Storm icon right there, instant leave. Done. Yep. Game's over.
You throw it on a Kappa. By the way, golden Kappa check time in chat. If you have it, let me know. I'll give you a shout out on stream.
Is there a forehead spray? Because I feel like that'd be the perfect one for that situation.
I think they have the thing. Come on, bruh. Kappa.
Tryhard is one of the emotes. I don't know if it's
a spray there's no Tryhard spray. I think one of the dog ones is maybe a spray. I can't.
Frank Z?
Yeah, maybe. Probably not. I feel like Frank Z is too iconic. I would know for sure if that one was in.
I feel like definitely would have seen
like
that getting BM'd at some point.
Forehead is one of the emotes, but I don't think you can spray it.
See, that's the innovation we need here in StarCraft.
We need
the spray meta.
More Twitch emotes in the game for sprays, please.
Yeah.
I humbly offer Nate W up. I would.
That'd be
I would love to have that emote in game.
It'd be so
nice.
As
a spray, I want it.
Get that. Get like Imcan Pog as a spray.
Yeah.
Very nice. Twilight Council.
I've seen some games do it where they they get the emotes for the subs. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need. That's the
future.
Ultimate ambitious crossover that we need in StarCraft.
Get to listen to Nathania's cast the pro games, cast your games.
That's right.
Be your announcer,
and I can already be your portrait. I've got a portrait in the game.
Yeah, and then top it off. You can also be the primo salt collector with that spray.
Amen. Loses the Adept, and that hurts. That sucks.
It does suck a lot for ShoWTimE here. It's all of his cross-map presence, you know, and with these bases being so spread, really shouldn't happen, right? You know, should be able to...
Did he forget to build an overlord or something somewhere? I find it a little... He's cranking out drones now, but ShoWTimE's done a pretty good job of getting his probe count up during all of this. He's ahead, like 9 workers, and I mean...
This is, you're right.
The drone count is going to start to spike, but he's had that early lead for a cheeky little bit.
Huge spot.
That's fun.
Huge spot.
Yeah. But he can still just do an Archon drop with it, so it's not the end of the world.
No, definitely.
He will force spores, though, so that's like, you know.
Yeah. You know, I guess it's going to be 335 minerals invested, right? 125. So, adds up.
Well, Zerg players would tell you that the value of a drone spent building a structure is worth like 200 minerals.
Of course, right. 4 Zerg buildings being so much more expensive than everyone else.
Well, you know, if I didn't turn that drone into a building, it could have theoretically mined 10 billion minerals over the course of the game. And I'm like, dude.
It's the same thing with the people arguing who's like, well, technically it's more efficient to recall your scouting probe because, you know, by the sheer value it brings in of mining, you get more minerals. It's like, well, yeah, but the value of the scout is that's factor in.
Yeah, and the other thing that people don't understand, we do have some roaches being made, by the way, but the thing that people don't understand is, as a Terran player, we hate chrono boost so much that when you recall your scouting probe and you think you're being clever, we are sitting there fist pumping so freaking hard that you get 1 less chrono boost at the start of the game. I don't care what kind of like 300 IQ number crunching breakdown you have. Some things that you can do that you might think are efficient are going to make your opponent feel better, which might make them play better.
Right, which is the last thing you want.
Yeah.
Mind games can be so important. Oh my goodness, those drones. Ooh.
That's dangerous.
Getting flashbacks from day 1. Yeah, Adept's getting 6 kills here so far, and could be able to get quite a few more before these roaches clean them up.
Remember when Adepts had an upgrade that gave them an extra 90 shields and they were literally unkillable?
Oh, those were the days, Nate. Those were the glory days. Flame Protoss, that was just before they put my tattoo on me. Just before I got kidnapped.
Nice.
Yeah, because it was that point that they were like, okay, this is absurd.
Were you abducted by a prism? Like, could you even see it happening? Because they can do it from so far away.
It was crazy. The warp was actually in Dallas, and it picked me up all the way in Austin. It was nuts.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't even leave my house.
That's awesome. Well, it is warp technology. I guess they don't need a clear line of sight to you.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Archon still sticking around here. That warp prism took a lot of damage and still sticking around, but nice job using the high ground.
It's a precarious position because really that warp prism staying on the field is very important for as long as it can. But obviously, you don't want to lose it.
Yeah, so important, and especially with so much gas invested on the inside of it, you know, losing that Archon drop can be so disastrous to the rest of the flow of the game for ShoWTimE as the double hallucinations getting a nice scout off once again.
Now,
Nest.
Namshar already seemed to be preparing a little bit for an attack to come in. He does start 7 drones, but he's gotten that roach count up a bit. He's gotten some Ravagers out.
That's the Namshar way, man. See an attack coming, pump out 1 more wave of drones, you know, right before you absolutely have to start pumping out units, then he somehow hold. It's infuriating watching him stream sometimes, because he'll like scout that there's no drones at a 3rd base, and then pump out 16 more of his own. It's a fun time. But he is still making it work here, and obviously attack not coming across from ShoWTimE, so his economy in a very comfortable spot for now, as +1 melee continues to tick ever closer, and the Templar Archives coming in for ShoWTimE. Very, very standard stuff here.
Yep. So normal follow-ups, normal transitions, just keep the Prism alive. If that Prism dies at any point, we're all going to be like, Retro! That's 1 less Immortal he'll have for whatever the eventual move out is.
And
almost killed the Queen.
Yeah, very, very close.
Prism is
down to 19
big
HP,
pog.
and now the Adepts.
Dos. Tres. Never mind. Ace.
Unfortunate.
You got him.
No cuatro.
It's fine. After that build up, getting the 3rd drone was quite a release.
That's what he wanted. Nice pickups there, keeping those Archons alive, even though it has just about no shield, and down it finally goes. Guardian
this
shield goes up.
Pushing up a ramp into a Protoss player who's got Storm is...
Ooh, Storm's not done. only about a quarter of the way here. Those High Templar gonna be useless. Now moving into Archons, trying to survive, and those 4 Immortals doing so much against this.
Yeah,
I'm
not crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not crazy about this either. 4 Immortals. I feel like if you're a Roach player and you see 4 Immortals,
this happens to you because there's no creep. You know, it's the chitty chitty bang bang of PvZ.
Yeah, this is, that was really unfortunate for Namshar. Took quite a bit of damage there for really not a ton gained, right? You know, 41 army supply to 63 now that count as ShoWTimE's in a position to potentially apply some pressure towards that 4th hatchery coming up on the top side. And with all the bases being positioned vertically, you know, could see a Warp Prism be very effective here if it is able to find its way to the other side, as it does split off now.
The Prism still stresses me out because it's got no hit points. I'd like to see it kept with the army and babysat.
Yeah, I definitely would like to see a different Warp Prism.
Yeah, using it for reinforcements is fine, but this might be time. It might be time for a Roddy Prism, you know? Just get a second one. Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it.
Make your dreams come true.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Secure them as, you know, the poor man's Warp Prism, also known as a rally point, heading up towards that top side. Now the Zealots coming in.
And there's another big warp in. It's going to add another Archon to the army. He has
Zealots showing themselves at the 4th base now.
3 storms, so this is really nice because this is just enough Zealots to get through the few Roaches that are there, but
ooh,
Banelings.
Okay, good storm so far. Took down a lot of those Banelings, but now the Ravager's getting a lot of good shots off the Biles. Ooh.
A few more Banelings do finish up, so these Zealots, I was going to say, if he can get rid of the Banes, the Zealots get good. His pickup micro on the Immortals has been very, very strong, though. That is the key to strength for Protoss in the mid-game versus Zerg.
This is really nice work by Namshar as well, using the AI to draw those Zealots down towards the rest of his army to help him clean that up. So now he can focus entirely on this, but that Immortal battery in the back doing so much. There's so much damage output here, especially when you factor in the extra bonus damage against these Roaches. They are just shredding face right now.
Yeah, no, this is just sick control with the Prism, considering that the Prism has no health.
Oh my
And he's just, I mean, he's just styling on him. He's dabbing on him.
Yeah.
It's over.
He is dabbed, he is doing all the Fortnite dances, he is flossing in the natural base.
I wasn't going to go that far. Harsom's going to come find you now for that comment. GG, ShoWTimE does it. And he's going to advance out in 2nd place from this group. 2 Protoss players make it out.
Yeah.
And just very, very well done by ShoWTimE.
Yeah,
I love it. He says, the Costas think I can't micro oracles. I'll stop building them then. And I'm like, yes, that's a good idea.
Well, yes, please, don't do that anymore. Save yourself, save us. And he did, and now securing himself the 2nd spot out, and even showing off some nice micro, proving that perhaps it was just a, I guess, 5 games of flukes of the Oracle control.
If a GSL style group is like fighting on levels of tight ropes, where like you knock the player down and then they have to go and they fight on the bottom tight rope, which is just above the lava.
Right.
Like ShoWTimE in this group got knocked down and then just used those giant burly arms of his and just literally punched into the wall and just climbed up that way instead.
Yes.
He did save himself. He did claw out of this group. Thankfully, he didn't use oracles because those were not working very well for him. But congrats, he's made it out. And I think we're going to take one more look at the group for today, for Group C. Don't go anywhere, though, ladies and gentlemen. We did have a ShoWTimE get out 2-0 in the final match, and HearthStone did dominate in today's group, going 4-0. But we've got WCS America coming up next. That is going to be a banger. So as we just want to let you all know, we're going to go to a quick break. When we return, we're going to get straight into the American matches. You're going to get to see some Terran gameplay, since we all know that equal representation for everybody is a great thing.
It really is. You see all the races.
Americans.
Thank you, America.
You guys thought we sucked at StarCraft. We'll see you guys after the break. We'll see you soon.